Hi, I am Aspen Hall, and I will be doing my persuasive speech over ADHD medication. And also, kind of excuse the room, we're moving, so in the process. Anyways, so my specific purpose is to persuade you into why kids should not take this kind of medication whatsoever. Not at all. So, today I will be informing you. As a child, I was diagnosed with ADHD, which is attention deficit hyperactive disorder, which I'm familiar with the term, and y'all would be too, is ADHD. And as a kid, I struggled very hard with having to concentrate and think on one thing. And I was put on one type of the medication for ADHD, which is called Concerta. At a very early age, I was actually in the second grade. I struggled for a very long time with just simple tasks, just had to sit down and not fidget with everything. I couldn't focus on just one thing. I focused on everything. I could watch a fan go round and round like this one is right now. So it was very hard as a child. I have taken this medication off and on because it has given me lots of side effects that I have not been okay with, and actually a lot of kids in this nation and world have had the same side effects as I had, maybe even worse. So I believe that there are three main things to taking this medication, or each kind of the medication. Children lose their personalities and they have trouble sleeping is the main two that I think. And the third one is, some people struggle with it, not most people, but is weight loss. So the numbers, and regardless of how much better children pay attention, there are too many negative sides. This medicine has way too many negative sides, and all of them actually do. So I'm going to talk to you a little more about them. The first one is Concerta. I actually have taken the Concerta, and I have experienced a lot. I experienced nausea. I experienced more than anything that I did not want to experience going through junior high and elementary and then all the way to high school. So my doctor made me check in basically every 6 months to see how I was doing, and it seemed like I just got worse. So I constantly fought with my parents about weight loss and me not being able to sleep at night and me just not being me. My friends would ask me, "Are you on your medication today? Like, you're acting weird." So I did research on all of this, and I'm telling you some positive things too. The positive things did come out is I could focus on one task. I zoned out a lot, but I could focus. I wouldn't watch a fan go round and round. I wouldn't watch someone play with their pencil. So when I did the research came back is most kids in the nation have been on Concerta, I call it Ritan, but that's probably not what it's called. These other two, I've never really heard of them, so I really didn't do any research, because out of all the research, the top two were the Concerta and the Ritan is what I call it. So the Concerta does have a lot of bad side effects. And from my research and from what I've heard and experienced of myself is that when kids take this, there is a major difference that the teachers see, but the teachers don't see the kids' personalities like they should. Even on days that kids had something like maybe like basketball or softball or volleyball or something, their coaches could tell when they would take this because they would be drained on energy, and that was also a side effect for me too. They would have no personality. They would just be zoned. That was their zone right there. Needless to say, my grades and from my research on Concerta, no one's grades really improved. It was just the fact that they paid attention and didn't bug the crap out of other kids so they couldn't pay attention. It's basically what Concerta is to me. During kids' lives, they have a low blood pressure also. It's right there. And their low blood pressure came from the Riatan, like that medication I just told you about. Riatan, not only did it come with bad blood pressure, it has been one of the top 5 medications to not get on if you were below the age of 12 because it messes with your blood system. I have went through a lot, and needless to say, you do feel sluggish every often. You just feel drowsy. Once the medication has weared off, and the doctor has said it, and research has proved it, that once the medication wears off, you start to kick back in, and your personality starts to come back. I just think that, in my opinion, that the things that I went through, the positive and the negative, there's just more negative than there is the positive. And I do not feel that going through the negatives to get that one little positive thing that you're looking for, that the teachers are looking for, is worth it. So that is my persuasive speech. And loss of sleep was another good one. Sorry, I kind of forgot to flip through this, but loss of speech, mood swings, that was not really due with their personality. Most kids that it said on the internet that did that, they were on some type of ADHD medication, and I believe it because I was one of them kids. Also, negative impacts on children's health, that was in the top 5 for every single one of ADHD medications I had put on here. So I just think, in my opinion, and for me to try to persuade you, is do not let your kids get on medicine for ADHD. Let them work it out. I am perfectly fine now. I do struggle still a little, but kids in this world do work it out, and it is a proven fact that as they get older, they mature, and it doesn't really matter. So that is my persuasive speech, and thank you for letting me have me in your class. So, bye.